What's going on, everybody? This is Brent and Autumn Swansen from Midwest Muscle Report here for the road to the Arnold. We are currently Friday, so 5 days out from the Arnold Classic. When Autumn was 8 weeks out, she came and we did blood work and the inbody system, which is right here. That and the bod pod and DEXA scan are the most accurate ways to do body fat. And since this is actually in Autumn's place where she works, we have access to it, and it's a really good thing. So Autumn, what do you have to add, and tell us where body fat percentages you were at 8 weeks out?
Okay, on January 15th, I weighed 147.3, and I had a lean body mass of 133.9 pounds. So that means my fat was 13.4 pounds, and that puts me at a 9.2 body fat percentage.
And that was at 8 weeks out. So that was on January what?
15th.
Okay, now when we came into this in the first place, you had a goal in mind, what you wanted to reach as far as losing weight and body fat percentage wise. So what tell everybody what your goal was.
My goal, well, just like the girl asked me, my goal was, she said, well, what number do you want to get at? You got to have some fat on you. And I just said as low as I can get. So I really didn't have a goal. But I was really happy that I was in single digits.
Being 8 weeks out, yeah. What are some of the, misconceptions for people who do the electrolysis, body fat, body calipers? How do you think, what do you think the difference is between doing something high tech as a bod pod or an InBody or a DEXA versus the others?
Well, the gal was talking about how I guess there's been a lot of studies compared, all of them, and this is supposed to be even the most accurate. I know growing up it was always hydrostatic weighing, like back in college, and then in grad school it was DEXA scan, and so I've really not researched what's the latest, but that's what she had said. So you can check it out for yourself. It's called inbody 230. But basically, a lot of times the handheld things or the scales that go and that send the impedance, the bioelectrical impedance through your system, I don't find those to be very accurate.
Me
but
either.
This one I feel like was pretty accurate. So we'll see. And we even did it a couple times and it read the same, and it's very in depth. So
yeah, I feel like the handheld ones are bunk. I never think those are accurate. Body calipers, I think it is a good guide, but it all depends on who's doing it, the person doing it, because a lot of people don't do it right. A lot of people will pull, skin and muscle where you have to flex and then release.
It's just too hard. It's too hard, and a lot of times, I can pull so much skin right now because I'm depleted of glycogen. So there's a lot of variables with skin fold. Yeah.
I think it's a good guide, but if you really want to get to the nitty gritty of what your body is at,
a piece of equipment that's expensive,
and you're going to have to pay a little bit to do it.
Yeah.
Unless you work at a clinic.
So.
Yeah. So, all right. Before the lady comes in and does this, if you had to guess a number?
I was going to ask you.
Where do you think you're at?
I have no idea.
We have to. Come on, we have to. This is a video. Gotta make it interesting.
Being sick is gonna make I don't know, because I feel kind of watery. But I don't know.
Water's not fat. It takes into account for water.
I know, it's supposed to travel faster if you're more
Come on, make a guess.
Oh, by the way, my total body water was 97.9 pounds then. So.
I'm guessing today you're gonna be between 3.5% and 4.5%.
Really?
3.5 to 4.5, because I looked at your body when you were 9%, and you look way better now.
I was gonna say 5 or 6, because even though to the naked eye, I look lean or whatever, your body still has fat in there. You have organ visceral fat. You have, it's not all subcutaneous fat, and then we'll see though.
All right, so what's your guess?
We'll say 5.5.
All right, I'm gonna say 3.85. Random, but watch me be right. Okay, guys, we're gonna resume this as soon as the girl comes in to do the InBody test. See you guys then. All right, everybody. Autumn's doing the InBody system here at Physician Choice Wellness. Uh-oh. All right, guys, here we go.
Oh, percentage body fat, 6.1.
6.1.
So I guess that's pounds.
So you have 8 pounds of fat.
I don't know. We'll see what the printout says. So I win. I get ice cream.
Yeah, right.
So my weight this morning was 136. Now it's mid-afternoon, 139.1. I normally fluctuate about 4 pounds throughout the day, 5 pounds. Just kind of depends. Body fat mass, 8.6 pounds, so that makes my percentage 6.1.
6.1.
So I win the bet. 6.1. This is the first time I've ever known what my body fat is before a show, actually.
Yeah.
So it's kind of cool. So it tells you how much muscle mass is in your limbs, each limb, and then so my right arm, 8 weeks out, was 7.9. Today it's 7.5. Then my left arm was 7.8 before. It's 7.3 now, which is funny because my left arm I do extra stuff on to try to get it the same size as my right. Right limb is 19.7. Right limb was 19.7 before. My legs are the exact same, both sides. 19.7, 19.7.
Symmetry.
And they were that on January 15th. So that's kind of cool.
Yes. All right. What else you notice on there? Anything good?
Let's see, hydration. 97.9 before. Today was 95.4. That's kind of a question I kind of have. Is this measuring? I mean, I guess water is water, but for us, for the average person coming in here and doing this, you think just hydration. Well, for us, it's like, yeah, we're drinking all this water. I'm drinking about 1.5 gallons of water every day, but we also think of water at like that number being low too. As far as your subcutaneous water, but so it's kind of interesting. Be interesting to see what it is at the very, very end. But we won't be doing that because we'll be on stage.
Yes. All right. Well, give us a shot. Give us the bicep shot right there.
7.5 and 7.3 pound arms.
Yeah. That's it. All right, guys. This is Brent and Autumn from Midwest Muscle Report. Sponsored by Muscle Egg. We will see you at the Arnold. So Autumn, if you can really quick, show us a few of your favorite poses that you like to put in your posing routine to show off certain muscle groups and why.
Well, with my fitness background, I move a lot, so my routines are dynamic. I think any time that you do move, you're activating the muscle. So if you're somebody that's a dancer or gymnast or have any kind of background or could go and learn anything with movement, then that will accentuate your posing routine. But basically, hitting all the mandatory poses is really important. So I try to hit the mandatory poses and then like add a little flair. So like for instance, like my front double kind of, with my legs out more, and I was doing something like this, and then just making movement, and that's what works for me. That's what I think is fun, and I try to just bring something different to the stage. So you find something that's different for you, and you bring it to the stage. Just with like the routine, I might do my tricep shot and do a little flare or here, just something different. Again, just add something to it. So femininity and fun, learning this.
Well, that is good. When you're watching a show, and I think you're like most people, what kind of routines do you like to see? And from the naked eye, do you think most people can tell who put work into the routine and who doesn't?
Yes. You never want your routine to be painful to watch. I think we all know what that means. When you're in the audience, there's nothing worse than somebody's on stage and you just feel so bad for them because they're not prepared and they just look like a deer in headlights, and they're even counting.
And being with the Arnold Classic, you know, Arnold's big on posing. He's big on the whole presentation of it. Do you like that more of it's put on the presentation? And do you think whether it's men's bodybuilding, women's physique, you know, the 212 class, whatever, do you think that, you know, they should put more emphasis on the posing routine, or do you think they should just strictly be prejudging, you know, when you're, you know, battling out between people you're competing against?
Well, I mean, as a competitor, I'll be honest, you don't feel. I mean, yes, you train and you want to showcase all your hard work, but like for me, anyways, I'm just like, oh, you know, it's kind of like, can we just do one thing because we're doing so much? But you gotta like suck it up, and then I always feel like so happy that you know, we had the opportunity to go out there and do so much. So I hope that we are able to do our individual presentation this year, because I really worked hard on that last year, and we didn't for so many of us. But I do think that that's important because as a paying audience fan, you know, it's a production, it's a show, it's the longevity of our sport. So if everyone gets up there and not prepared and is boring, then we're gonna eventually lose. You know, we're already at a small fan base, so it's only gonna shrink. So yes, I think that that's really important. I mean, it should be entertaining. That's what everyone's there for. It's entertainment. So
Yeah, I agree with that.
celebration.
And you know, from somebody who, you know, if a guest walks in and watches, and not knowing you, not knowing some of the competitors, it really gives us a look at your personality and kind of what you're trying to display and what kind of a poser that you are. And I think it just makes it, like you said, more professional and more fun. Because you can have the best body in the world, but if you don't know how to show it off in the right light, then, you know, you're not as good as you could be. So anyways, guys, it is Sunday night. We've got to get some food in us and a prep for we leave midweek to go to Columbus. So this is Brent and Autumn Swansen from Midwest Muscle Report. Catch the last part of Autumn's road to the Olympia. That will be her getting ready for the show the day before and prejudging in the finals, and hopefully, you know, she can be the first women's physique pro to repeat at the Arnold. So fingers crossed, and continue to stay tuned with Midwest Muscle Report, and see you guys later. Bye-bye.